Yo, this is Nomifactory hard mode, part 5. So yeah, we found a way how to how to do now the what is it called? Yeah, the raw oil. Sorry, the how to get the phenol for not so cheap. It's a little bit of an investment, but whatever. Okay, so let's try and actually get that. We need like 9 circuits, right? Do we have enough? Oh, this would be actually great if we have enough. So this should be enough. We need like 9 of these guys. Probably not. That will be the problem. Like we won't have, I think, the stuff for that. Because we need like a little bit more resistors, right? How much? Yeah, we need like 6 more, right? And how many do we get? I get like 4, so 2 more. Always do this. Yeah. Current is also something that we can just store here. That is fine. Here we don't really have to know what we're doing. We just have to keep on grinding. Why I'm doing this, by the way. Why I'm trying to force. Oh, what? We only have like. No, we should have more. Yeah. Why I'm trying to force so much. Or I'm trying to get the circuit assembler this fast, quote unquote. It's really because of the because it makes a circuit so much cheaper. That's the crazy part. So yeah, that's why I think it's such a good investment, and this is why I think it's worth it to go. Yeah, I don't think that we have enough copper, right? 9 times 3 is 27. 28, so 14, yeah. It's not enough. But we have like 7, right? Yeah, let's do something like this. Let's use the remaining copper here. We nonetheless have to get some more. What was it? 14, right? 14 times 4 is, it should be something like this, right? So it's still going, that's perfect. Yeah, we also need like a bit more tin cameras. I mean, like this. Fucking hell, dude. But we can quote unquote recycle them. It's not the problem. Like this. All right, so we also need like 9 more of those. And then yeah. The good thing is now we can let this run in parallel, so there's no problem about this. And we also can just do this. Okay, we are at 1900. So that's good. Takes quite a while. But yeah. What was it? 9 times 3? 27, right? 28, so. Yeah. Takes a little bit more. But yeah, we need to just manage a little bit. Just manage a little bit. How much stuff we use. You are also done, because yeah, we remove like quite a lot of stuff, as you can and will see. So this one. Okay, so we need like quite some more motors, right? Let's maybe do this one. Wasn't like this? Yeah, okay, so we need, now it's like this. We need like some more tin cables. One at least. And like this. I don't know. We also need some quartzite, right? Now we need like 2 of you. This is for the brass. Let's quickly go into the nether and get the quartzite. Let's see where it is. Or if we have some. Over there. Okay. But what we can, for example, do is the following. We can just do this one. If we really wanted to. Ow. And get hurt a little bit. Yeah, I'm mostly looking for an exposed vein. Like not something like this. This is, dude, what the hell? Do I really want to go there? Isn't there any other? Like, I don't know, maybe over there or there. Huh. This is also where there is one. Really? Because the thing is, we only need like one. And this is Certus. Hey, give me this. Right. Thank you. So, can quickly just smelt that. get this, and then we should have now... How's it going here? 3k already. That's very nice. We need the quartzite here, and then just like this. All right, so next one up. We need like 3 more motors, right? Do we have enough iron for that? 3 times 3 is 9. 8 times 2, 4 times 2 is 8. No. Do we have some? Hell yeah. We're really scraping the barrel dude. Holy shit. I hope this is the last one that we need. But you can continue here. Because I reckon we need like... We have 3 more motors, so 6, right? But we don't have enough... Wait, 6 times... 3 times 4 is 12, right? That is also not enough. Yeah, like this. I'm a little bit confused. Hold on. We need this one here. We need like some more motors, right? Some more... yeah, 1 or 2 more copper ingots. Or some more copper. You know what? I'm investing the time. You done? Yeah. Nice. Because still we need to wait for the benzene. For the phenol. But yeah, then we will kind of also, or we will go on kind of a mining trip to get a bunch of resources again. Because we need copper and so on. We need that. Okay, it's like the last one. 6 times 2, yes, should be 12. How you doing? I get like 5. It's really not good. Yeah, you're here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. No, we have some. So there's our robo arm. Nope. This one, please. And then we should have it, right? In theory. The only thing that's missing is this one. So what we need here for these ones, 2 more copper, dude. You kidding? Dude, what is this? It's fucking ridiculous, dude. But luckily there is some more. And 2 more is not that hard. Okay, so let's go home. Again, scraping the barrel here. No. Because what we want to do next kind of is we want to get the steam grinders. Steam grinders are very, very important. And also the steam oven then. because with this this is why we, by the way, have 4 here. I just need to figure out a system kind of how to power them. Let's do the diodes. We need like 2 more steel plates, whatever. 2 more steel plates, and now we need like 4 diodes. So how do we get 4 diodes? Basically, it's pretty easy. We just need gallium arsenide and some glass dust. And important, we should get like 8 of you guys. And we need like 2 of you. And then we just have to get this thing. We need gallium, and we now need an arsenic. This is how you basically do it. You just throw it in here. Get this, and then you can centrifuge it if you want to. Basically, you should. Let's Hey, I lied. So these ones can go. Don't need them. We need a second one. Wait, what is this? This is really vanadium magnetite, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, so on MV, I know it doesn't do that much, but kind of my opinion is you should do it. Because last time we had kind of a very big struggle with that. I can show it in like a second or so. We have this one done here. Yeah, so for so one big thing that we need to manage. Wait a second. Why do we have all of the silicon dioxide? It's really here, okay. So by the way, if you are asking, we need these ones, and we need like quite a lot of them. Now we need like 2 glass. Or like 2 glass dust. This gives 2. That's fucked. Oh no, I hate this. Wait, what? You're done? Okay. Maybe not. Okay. So usually you have to do them like this, and then like this, and then like this. So yeah. Okay, the 1 glance was like unnecessary. So I will get to that in like a second or so. Maybe we even get like 1 more assembly machine later on. That can passive us some assembly line stuff, assembly machine stuff. So what I'm talking about is, it's the so-called. What do we have to do then anyway? Like when this is done here. The heavy fuel? Okay, so this is where we can put it again into a distillery. So, we can place it here. So the point is, ore processing. So when you have an ore, there are multiple ways on how to do with it. So what doesn't matter, or what only matters beginning HV, is this byproduct here. So usually you have like 3 byproducts, like the main one. Then the stuff you're crushing, so either stone dust, nether brick, netherrack dust or endstone dust. And then you have this third. The important part is in MV, this one here takes precedence. So you only have like 2 slots, and this one here takes precedence if both would trigger, right? So you don't have effectively like a 14% chance, but like, I don't know, what is it, 1 or 2%. So usually something that's not worth it. So we won't build like an MV macerator, but we will for another reason. So then you have like multiple options what you want to do. Either you can pulverize it again, you can ore wash it, or you can thermal centrifuge that. What I would reckon is to always wash it. And nothing else. There are some kind of exceptions. For example, you can also chemical bath some stuff, especially here with mercury. I wouldn't recommend. There's another one, but I wouldn't recommend that. What I would recommend is actually nickel. That is quite good. Magnetite, you don't really need to do that because gold you get like quite a lot. Also with chalcopyrite, I don't know. You're investing like quite a lot of mercury. That's not that worth it in my opinion. Galena, I would do that for the silver. Palladium, no. Tungstate, no. Gold, maybe. Bornite, I don't know. Or mostly of them, no. So the only thing that really matters, in my opinion, is again the what was it? The nickel for the nickel for the platinum. So let's say we have this purified magnetite. Then you also have like 2 choices, either to pulverize it or to thermocentrifuge that, and in the end you get a higher chance by thermocentrifuging that, because this gold dust here doesn't increase. So here you have, like, if you go down this route, 14% for gold plus then 11% for gold. But if you do a thermocentrifuge, you have like 33, and then you have like a 14%. So you have a high chance here with thermocentrifuge and then pulverization. So this is this is usually the kind of route that you should take, like pulverization, ore washing, thermocentrifuge, and then macerating again. But there are some exceptions. For example, railgar is one, I think, or it should be. So this is what you pulverize, then you ore wash it, but then you sift it. Sifting gives actually a higher % chance in overall the total, and some stuff, for example, lapis is one of them, you only really get by sifting that. So this is kind of one of the important measures that you should, or kind of one of the important things that you should know about. So yeah, molten lapis is like, who cares about this? But this is what we want to, like a very primitive one. This is what we want to produce or kind of have in MV, because we need to do a lot of ore processing. What we will basically do is we will have a steam grinder that points into an ore washer. The ore washer points into the thermocentrifuge, and the thermocentrifuge then can go back into the steam grinders if we want, or we can also split it up into like 2 steam grinders, ore washing, thermocentrifuge, and then steam grinder in the 2 again. I don't really mind, I have to say. But yeah, this is kind of the important thing that you should know. And then later on, of course, we have the multi-block machines that we should use for that. And important, they really benefit from parallel control hatches, so you should always have like a 16 amp thing on there to really have it at the maximum speed that you can process that. because the more amps, like there are only 2 multi-blocks, I think, that are limited or that have like a separate between how much amp you provide and what recipes you can pull in. Like usually it's like, okay, the recipe or how much amperage you have. For example, if you put in 4 amps, right? 4 amps of HV, for example, you could run an EV recipe, right? Because you're overclocking. Similar thing is basically, or a similar thing then goes to, for example, 16 HVs than 1 IV. So nothing crazy there. We need to really make sure that we're not overproducing here. Okay, 60, like 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Hell yeah. So the glue we can store here again. So this should go now. We heard a... And now the problem is a little bit... Yeah, but we can use this one here, right? This is all oil thing. So the question is now... phenol. You get it from... on the 3. And please don't... No. Okay, we need like 200. 200 phenol. Again, it takes a while. But then we should be ready to go. And we should have our... Oh, we also need to... or should... get this up and running again. Yeah, dude, you don't get any rubber saplings. I hate this. Look at this. We have like 12. How, dude? Okay, first of all, let's get this one. And then let's get this one. What was naphtha? Naphtha. It was... Huh. Sulfuric naphtha. Raw oil on 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No. This have you. Just raw oil. Okay, we have our 2 phenolic circuit boards. Now we need some silver, right? Do we have some silver? We have like 3. We need like 8. Okay. Do we have here some silver left? Nope. We also might need our drill. I don't know. Did I do that? I'm good. Okay. What was it? 8, right? So we have now 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. All right. Yeah, we also need more coal, like desperately. Oh, okay. Because yeah, like for example, for magnetite and so on, this ore processing is not really interesting or doesn't really matter. What matters is kind of what really matters is I could also do this, right? Is that we can or that we get actually the end product. That is kind of the important part about that. But we should be finished now, I would say. We have our very expensive circuit assembler. Okay. Basically now the circuits look like this. Wait. No. Is it like this? No. It's like this. Also no. Dude. Why can't I put it on front? Oh, whatever. Not so good. But also now here we only need like 2, right? Okay, let's get more oil, I would say. How's this guy doing? Okay, pretty good. Thing is, I don't know what to do with the heavy fuel. I don't know what to do with the heavy fuel, dude. That's kind of the problem. Okay, some things that we need to do right now is because I also don't want to quote unquote bore you now with just mining, I don't know, 8 stacks of iron and so on. This would be a little bit cruel, I would say. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the heavy fuel, really. We need like 800. Okay. I think maybe we need to find another. Should we also have some chlorine? Yeah. Should we do something with the chlorine? Maybe. Okay, let's actually find a new to remove here everything. Except maybe for the spawner. Okay. Question is also, should we move this at some point? Because we have so much vanadium magnetite. Yeah, ruby you should definitely mine in the nether. The rubies, for example, one of the things, right? So pulverization doesn't do much, but the ore washing gives us a 33% chance of chrome. Then you should, or you could also do the sifting, but I think, does it give us more chrome? I don't know. Like usually you should go with this. So the question is now, do we have any magnetite left? There. This is where it's going down. Yeah, so the thing is, like, we need, I don't know, 8 stacks or so of iron. Huh. We need like 8 stacks of iron, 8 stacks of copper. So yeah, we also need to do the steam grinder and the steam oven. These are the next 2 things. Maybe we also should do. Is it? The thing is also with steam production, Okay, I think we found here also. I think we've also found here our next copper vein. Right. How much chalcopyrite is here? Ah, quite a lot. Okay. Then let's do set home. Yeah, it's should we mine a copper? Yeah, let's mine copper first. So like 8 stacks of chalcopyrite. Oops. So yeah, steam grinder is one of the things. The question is a little bit, how do we power that? It doesn't require that much steam, but we still have to provide some steam. Maybe I actually go out and do a boiler for that, like a solar boiler. Also, these ones, they produce like 80%, 80 steel, 80 liters per tick. You just have to have like a water source. It's not the problem. Maybe we also should do an autoclave. So this one here costs like some wrought iron, right? Ah, we cannot do cheap wrought iron. This is like 2 steel. So this is not that much in terms of what it costs us. So we should maybe consider doing this. Maybe 2 to be sure for the steam oven as well. Because the steam grinder, how much? Yeah, it doesn't say unfortunately how much it uses. Would be cool, by the way. So I don't have to figure it out by myself, but this is something that I can easily do. Like, that's not the problem. Okay, but where was the middle of this chunk here? Yeah, you need like so much. Yeah, look at this, dude. Like 4,000 left. So, okay, I think we are. No. Home. Yeah, so much cassiterite. Oh no, cassiterite goes over here. Zeolite and Draga goes then over here. So yeah, this is he has like 157 base duration. Let's maybe switch out the hammerhead or the head of that. It's pretty easy. You just need like how much is it? 8. These guys, yeah. But yeah, I want to do now the steam grinders, which I maybe have to kind of calculate how much bronze we actually need, because here you need potent. We currently can do that with 6. If we have actually a gear, can we? Oh hell yeah, we can actually do that, right? I think we maybe do that instead of what's this 8 plates for? Yeah, for the drill, right? Put my hammer away here. But yeah, what I was saying is let's do this to the steel mold. That should be easy. It's not. No, yeah, it's going down. Whatever. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we can use like the steel the mold for that. That's not the issue. We nonetheless have to do them at some point. What I meant was these ones. Which we already have. Nice one. Good job. Okay. Hold on, how much copper do we have? Okay, we have like 2 stacks. That's not bad. Only 6 more to go. When does it quote-unquote evolve? Does it evolve to the north or to the south? More to here. But we also missed this one. Fucking great. Let's get here the seating a little bit. Yeah. Okay, but then the plan should be clear, right? Go one up. No. So yeah, we need quite a bunch of bronze. Why you shouldn't, like, the most inefficient way how to do it is basically with the dust recipe, right? And then doing it with the 2 bronze per plate recipe. But yeah, this is just to show you this. Here in Genesis, there is this steam grinder. You may wish to wait until you have a bending machine at LV to reduce the cost. This is kind of the quote-unquote big point why you should wait on this. So yeah, you could try it if you really. So for example, on a server, I would really recommend going for that like really early, because double ore is so huge in the beginning. That's just something a lot of people underestimate, I think. And this is where you have, like, for example, one dedicated miner, like a human player, for example, that just mines, right? This is then fine, because you have then someone that is constantly mining. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more. But yeah, we also always have to wait for the steel drill to fill up. And the sear is still going. But yeah, so if you look at like these bronze casings, you need like 1 brick per and like 6 bronze plates. But if you look at the steam grinder in of itself, what it has is it has basically like a steam grinder block, right? But it also has the steam hatch, input hatch, output hatch, and then this 22 bronze machine casing, which is kind of like the minimum that you can do. So like this is quote unquote energy that you put in, input, output, and that's it. But the thing is, we want to have like 4 of them, so we want to have like really fast, because it benefits from the parallels. So we have done like 32 parallel, which is quite a lot. And so the only thing that we really have to manage is kind of how much storage we have attached to the output bus. But yeah, this one here, for example, takes 8, so you can calculate. But I will calculate this because, for example, the steam hatches, I think we will make maybe 2 of them. I don't know, maybe only 1. But yeah, that's kind of the point. And the same thing here, by the way, for the steam oven. You need steam furnaces, which are not that hard, but you also need these things here. Like, we have now all of the equipment, quote unquote, that makes this the most cheapest as possible. So we have like one plate per ingot, one ingot per plate, 1 ingot per 2 rods, and then you can calculate how much stuff we need. Here we only want to make 2 because it's a little bit of an odd shape, so you could add like a 4th. Like, for example, here it's pretty easy to add, right? So you add here, here, and then here, the 4th. This one, this one, yeah, it's a little bit odd because you have then these 2. Yeah, maybe we could make it work. I don't know. To have like 4, but they're quite fast anyway, so you don't really have to do that. Okay, let's continue here. There's like, yeah, dude, what is this? Don't do that. Okay, I think also, yeah, because we're here like under the grass. Should go like 1 below. Shouldn't be anything in the ceiling, right? Except for maybe here these guys. Okay, we have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if we have the steam grinders, then stuff will be a lot cheaper. Because we have like our mining effort, quote unquote, is basically double. Of course, the best way, what you need to and want to do, but I think we only will do that on when we are MV, to quote unquote recycle our to recycle the turbines that we have, or the combustion engines that we have. Yeah, we also need the railgun, right? Okay, I don't think that there is anything left. Next thing here. Okay, we are now at 6. 2 more. There was like 2 more, okay. Yeah, I don't know why. Why did I do that? There's still so much stuff in the ceiling. Okay. So we are at 45. How much do we have left? 1400. Okay. No, that was fucked. 700. Okay. Should be. Okay, perfect. Back to reloading. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we should add like a second battery buffer. Costs us 9 steel, and we can very easily. Okay. So that's your lead. Do we still have to do some stuff here? Yeah. Like here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, maybe let's craft this one. What was it? Yeah, it was only like 4 amps, right? So 2, 8. And then 9 over. We don't have the iron for that. That is fucked. Really? With carbon? No. Don't lie to me. Don't you dare lie to me. Here's mine. So yeah, what I will also do, just something that you know that you can do that differently, but I had some problems with the ME system. We need like these two. Wow. Perfect. And one more. Thing is, do we have one flint left? I don't think so. Oh, no. Get proven wrong in like an instant. So let's no wait. We can make chests easier. Hell yeah. Don't need that stupid stuff. Can just do something like this. This is very important, by the way. No. You please. I think it's on the 8, right? Yeah. I know my stuff. Okay, perfect. Maybe not so much. But yeah, we also want to have then maybe multiple assembling machines. I don't know. Okay, now we can utilize the full 4 amps of power. We have like one more to go, right? We were in this weird shape here. And maybe getting some stuff from the ceiling. Yeah, okay, you know what? Because of stuff like this, yeah. Okay. Da, da, da. But yeah, next thing is then iron magnetite. Why is it so much in the ceiling, dude? But yeah, all processing will be a big part, or is a big part of GregTech in general. Okay, stating the obvious. Okay, we have now. Nah, dude, what is wrong? Why am I putting all of the gas right there? Okay, next thing is magnetite, right? But as you can see, this loads now way quicker because we have like 4 amps. At least I hope so. But yeah. When can we actually do the end cake? I think we can actually do it when it makes sense. Kind of a different story. But you can do that on MV, right? There's an nature recipe, but you just need white crystals and this one. It's quite easy. Cooper. Yeah, we need to go down here through the magnetite vein. Hopefully there's no ravine or something like this. 1, 2, 3. So I usually like this one. Again, 8 stacks. And there is a ravine. Triggers a little bit my OCD that I cannot finish. That's like the vein. But yeah. Alright. And that's our first stack that we have here. Vanadium magnetite will also be kind of interesting or kind of important later on, but the vanadium is so... Dude, what? Oh man. I hate this. But when... yeah. What we will do is we, for example, will mostly store both the ingot and the ore, if it's kind of suitable. First of all, if there is any... If you can actually have an ingot, right? If you, from the ore processing, if you can actually get an ingot. But for example, like actually a good example is the magnetite, right? If you look at magnetite, right, with magnetite ore, you can't really do something. Like 4,000 oxygen, cares? So you just smelt it, right? So this is one of the things that you want to do. So instantly kind of smelt that. And how we will do it is basically we have a storage bus on there. But for example, we don't want to store iron ore, iron dust. Yeah, for example, if we get iron dust, then no, whatever. Then we don't want to burn it because there are some recipes that need iron dust, and we don't want to run then into this weird loop of you basically put an iron dust into a macerator, the macerator puts out iron dust, and the iron dust, for example, puts it straight back into the smelter to get an iron ingot. So yeah, this is one of the lessons, for example, that I learned from last time. So yeah, it just makes it a little bit more efficient. Yeah, you quote unquote waste a little bit of storage space, but this shouldn't be a problem, in my opinion, because wasting is not that big. Oh fuck! Why did I do that? Why didn't I recognize that? Just home. Yeah, we need to do one more. But I think this one here is now way quicker. Yeah, you know what? Who cares about this? Vanadium magnetite. Okay, perfect. With 32, we need to go to 20. Okay, then we can do our, for now, the last base expansion, right? We don't need that much more. Like, yes. Like, some we need more, or we need a little bit more. but this one for now is kind of enough. All right, 2 stacks of magnetite. Let's go back. The question is, where does it point to? I think north is a safe bet, right? Yes. And as we learned, there are some stuff in the ceiling, so we are a little bit too low. But yeah, the next thing is like the steam grinder. So that's what we want to do. I think I need to have then a shortcut to yeah, kind of not measure, but kind of find out, okay, how much bronze you need, and therefore how much more copper we need to farm. Because I can tell you this, the copper that we have right now, it hopefully, maybe, is enough for MV, but I don't think so. MV is also kind of a weird, I would say, yeah, weird age or weird thing, because a lot of stuff gets unlocked, or some processing stuff gets unlocked. So as you saw, for example, can do way easier phenol with this, but we need a distillery. But yeah, this is also not something that you want to do, because yeah, yeah, the last one you always just want to see where are these guys. Okay, but again, we are still, yeah. Let's go home. Real quick. And let's fill out this stuff here again. Let's get this lonely tree here. You kidding? Do you know? Oh my god. The question is a little bit, do we need more raw rubber pulps? I don't know. But yeah, maybe we should move a little bit our processing stuff over here, like especially the these 3 guys. Then the steam oven. Maybe we also, because crafting table is also then should be a lot cheaper, I think. Right? Yeah, it costs like 1 flint and so on. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go this direction. I don't really care. I wanted to do the magnet, right? For easier farming. But it also costs an energy. No. For the OCD. Yeah, I'm a little bit torn. What we should do next. The problem is a little bit also that the heavy fuel, we can't use it, right? So just that you know that. Heavy fuel is not usable in any of the combustion engines. Yeah, you can do it in a large bronze boiler, but Nah, man. Do we have some nickel here? No. No, we have some tin there. Okay. Okay, this should be this. So this should be the last one. Yeah, maybe there's a tin vein. I don't know. Okay, let's do like one more. Because there's one left. No, there's a 180 magnetite. Let's go back. And let's load that stuff. So this stuff can go. Not as cassiterite. Dude, we're getting so much cassiterite. That's crazy. Yeah. Until 20. Let's see it. Let's make it bigger. Our base. And then kind of the next one should be, I don't know. Dude, what is this? What the hell is this, dude? Mag. Yeah, you usually go in like this cross pattern, I would say. Or is it really a cross pattern? But yeah, you have like this main vein or this main chunk, and then you spread out to top, right, left, and bottom. Then you can kind of adjust from there. So yeah, we also need to prepare for. This is why, for example, I want to do the steam grinder now. And that is because next up we need a crazy amount of resources, especially copper again. We might actually do another. We didn't do this one. We might actually want to get another alloy smelter to do that, because it's EBF time, or not right now, but it will be then EBF time. So, and we want to do a quad EBF, and the problem will then luckily not be. Wait, what? Oh my god, dude. Hopefully the problem will not be the EBF itself, but how to power it. So yeah. Okay, this is here bad territory. How much do we have now? You don't get that much magnetite, I reckon, right? Come on, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more stack. Okay, here with some dirt. Yeah, some weird stuff. Because the thing is, we need aluminium. The question is a little bit up until 17. The question is then a little bit, do we actually want to have an input hedge? Or what do we want to have, kind of? Why input hedge? So usually you have like 2 recipes, right? So let's say we want to do aluminium. So aluminium you can do in a blast furnace, and you have like 2 options. Either you want to have like 20 seconds on MV for 8K EU, or if you have like 1000 nitrogen, you only need like 13.5 and you need only 32,400. So that is kind of the question that we need to answer, because the problem will be nitrogen, or if we wanted to do something like this, the problem would be nitrogen, or is nitrogen. There is, quote unquote, like if we have this liquid air, then nitrogen is not that easy. And I also have now, maybe I already teased that or said that, but I have found now a way how to control one multi-block with multiple outputs. Again, you need these redstone conduits. These are the good stuff. Okay, there's mostly nothing. Okay. Yeah, we only need like 4 more or so. Maybe a little more. Hello? Okay. Yeah, let's get some more. I need more iron. Iron is kind of important. So the point is a little bit, and we could calculate those. There is something called cobbleworks. There is like a very deep cobblework that we're not trying to get into, or you can't actually get into. But we might set that up, I don't know, in the future. Maybe we need them. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, there's only 10 this time. Next thing is coal. So there's cobbleworks. What does it mean? You can do 2 things with cobblestone. One, you can crush it into stone dust. Then if you chemical bath that with hydrofluoric acid, you get some dirty one. You get some stone residue with water and sodium hydroxide. You get this, like some potassium, aluminium, silicon and oxygen, some chlorine, actually, some aluminium, silicon, sodium. Here, this is mostly, biotite, like sodium, potassium, potassium, fluorine, magnesium, aluminium. You also get magnetite, so this is for iron. Metal mixture is then here, mostly ilmenite and chromite. You also get some iron, some bauxite if you need it, pyrrolizite, so manganese, and barium. But what you want is the uncommon residue, because then you can do that into dioxygen difluoride. You get its oxidized residue out. If you put that with distilled water, then yeah, you get some hydrofluoric acid back, some sulfuric copper solution, so this is 1 copper, some lead zinc solution. This is then some silver, sulfur, lead, zinc, and some water, which is kind of useless. Also the sulfuric nickel solution, which is nickel, oxygen, and sulfuric acid. Garnet sand is kind of, there's a lot of stuff, like it's mostly aluminium, oxygen, iron, silicon, and so on, calcium. You also get some bauxite, some phosphor-pentoxide, some ilmenite, but you want a refined residue, because if you have then 10 and you have some draconic evolution, or did it once, then you actually can get continuously. Again, most of the stuff is useless, but Snorchestite is important, and clean inert residue, some diamond dust, okay. Borax is also not that interesting, it's just some boron, right? Pitchblende as well. Raw earth, okay. You can use it for lanthanum and yttrium. But you get the clean inert, you can mix it with helium-3 hydride, and then you can get some europium, xenic acid, and dusty helium-3 back. You need it mostly for dusty helium-3, by the way, because this is kind of the last thing that you want to do. Okay, we need, yeah. But what I wanted to say is you can also forge hammer this into gravel. You can then sift the gravel for flint, which is like, okay, whatever. But you can do that or forge hammer that into sand. You could forge hammer that into dust, and then with some lava you get some netherrack and some netherrack dust, which is like okay-ish. But you get some redstone, gold, sulfur, and coal, which is not the best. But the most important one is the sand, because sand you can turn into glass. The glass you can either turn into nether quartz, also some tempered glass, but tempered glass is not what you want to do. Most importantly is you can macerate that into glass dust. The glass dust you can then put into a centrifuge into silicon dioxide, and the silicon dioxide gives you then silicon oxygen. What you can also do is, instead of this one, you can compress that into sandstone. And this is kind of the whole point, salpeter. And salpeter gives you basically then 1000 nitrogen and 3000 oxygen and some potassium, which you don't need at this point. But you can get nitrogen early on. You can also get nitrogen in another way. By doing... Hello? Air distillation for like 80 seconds. So you get like 3k nitrogen. I don't think so that we want to use the nitrogen. Later on, of course, that's what you want to do. You always, or you mostly want to process your stuff, especially the higher order ones. You want to process that with the appropriate gases, and especially noble gases. We need coal. We need coal. Huh. Okay, wait a second. Is this here really the coal vein? Oh, okay, so yes, it is. 8 stacks or yeah, because 4 stacks of coal is like 8 stacks, right? Oh, dude, what is this? Fuck off. Go away. Evil. What's this? Okay. Yeah, I don't really know now how much coal we need or we want. Hello. But yeah, the problem is a little bit, we will need a lot of oxygen later on. The question is a little bit, should we put that up? Because we need like 2 4-cham, or how much 4-cham is it? So we need a cobblestone generator, which is not that hard, I would say. You could use a rock breaker here. Then you have kind of the 1 4-chammer, 2 4-chammers, right? Then you need an arc furnace, macerator, centrifuge, electrolyzer. Good question, good question, good question. Yeah, but the problem is then later more how much oxygen, or can you store the oxygen that is kind of produced from that, which is quote unquote the part what should matter, right? It shouldn't matter the processing speed, it should matter more the it shouldn't matter more what the how fast you get it. Okay, let's get out of this here. Maybe these two. So is here, no, there isn't. Why is there a hole, dude? Okay, but otherwise we're set, right? Okay. So we could now go, I reckon, over here. I know there's some more in the here. Okay, let's do that. Maybe this one here. Oh my god. Oh. Dude, what is wrong with this oil vein, dude? Holy shit. I'm scared. Because it makes it so slow, dude. What? Okay. We have an oil vein. If we need a second one. You will, by the way, you will need quite a lot of oil veins. Okay. Dude, was this again Kazorite? No, that's Kazorite sand. Okay. 17, right? So yeah, the question is also, why do I do 3? Because then I can kind of hide the cables and I don't fall down when I do that. So basically the idea is that you have, like if you do 1 layer, you have to kind of create a flight. And yeah, creative flight is in the beginning, I don't want to say expensive, but you need some time for it. So it's not that we can do it like next episode or something like this. Okay, so here we have everything, right? So shroop and shrub. Yeah, whatever. So usually I want to have the angel ring. As you can see, this takes at least 2 tier 2 extended crafting table. Takes then some... Maybe we should go here first. What is this? It takes this tier 2 crafting table and some... Pretty on the spot. It mostly needs this... Okay. It mostly needs this tier 2 crafting table and then some of the... What is it? NIO? Or simply jetpacks things, yeah. So nothing crazy. But I don't want to say time consuming, but you need to... It takes some effort, I would say. Not like that you do your normal stuff and then, yeah, oh, I can do it now, and then 3 minutes later, it's done. Okay, so now the question is... We should go one down. How much more do we have? 6.5. Nah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's mostly the drill in the beginning. You need to load a lot of stuff, or you need to load a lot of times. Anything else? No. Okay, we have like 4 stacks. That's not bad. But yeah, later on we have like steam and then stuff. It's really easy, I would say. So what we can also do is the autoclave. Maybe you actually do that. Autoclave. Whoops. So this one. Why we want to do that is because of only one thing, to be fair. And that is... I don't see it. Hello? Autoclave? It's so different, dude. What is this? So yeah, you have, for example, this compacting drawers as well. Ah, here, autoclave. Hey. What was it? Yeah. Infinite fuel. We have infinite fuel, by the way. Like, it's not infinite, but it's way better. 12. No, 15. So I want to actually go here. To kind of see, okay, where we currently at. No. What? Where did we go? Did we go here? Oh my god. Yeah, we for this one and war. This is the end of war at home. No, you don't need it. I'm lying. Okay, so we don't need autoclave. Never mind. We need the EBF for infinite water. What? Oh my god, dude. Is this? But we have now some stacks. It's actually perfect. Yeah, the problem is mostly with coal, you need to also smelt it, right? So getting coal needs coal. Dangerous combination. But yeah. But I thought I went north, but apparently it didn't. Like one north of the... Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? Let's go home real quick again. I know it's a lot of teleporting, but this should be done faster. 21, this should be 9. Okay, here we did that. No. Is it enough? No. Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. Yeah, I think like 8 stacks should be done fine. The good thing is we don't need then any of these anymore. I will actually count how many, how much. This is familiar. Yeah, okay. So maybe we should just go, I don't know. Here's some, apparently. We have like 7 stacks, right? I need some a little bit more. Okay, that should do it for now. And now I think we can just easily do the following. What is it called? There should be 4 stacks, right? Yes. Thank you. So okay. We have a lot of vanadium magnetite. Yeah, the question is also I should think we should then make some crates, right? How many do we need per? We need like 4, right? How many do you get per? I think we get quite a lot of. Yeah, 8 times 6, 48. Not bad. Problem is now we need to store that somewhere. Maybe this is something that we need to or should do first. Yeah, whatever. I think we really only need like 2 iron. It takes like 20 seconds, dude. That's a long time. There's this one, right? So yeah, what I will do is I want to, because we cannot store this, right? We will make now draws. So yeah, this is something that so let's get here our, I think it's on the 5 actually, right? Hell yeah. So we can do like this, right? Pointing that down. Easy. So what needs one is especially these two. And yeah, this one, whoops. This one here as well. But I think if we do something like this, right? And get, I don't know, 6 of those. I want to have light. Yeah, is it? Mm-hmm. We need more, right? Which, okay, I didn't use that much water. Then let's do something like this. I don't care. Because yeah, we need now more, as you can see. Yeah, we need more draws for iron, tin, and so on. It was like 14, right? So usually it's iron, copper, it's iron, copper. So if we have some copper left, no, of course not. But yeah, we also produce like a lot of wood pulp, which in theory we can use for yes, look at this, we freaking use nothing. So iron, copper, tin. So we can now finally get all of our tin here. And also maybe then smelt some more. I don't know. This guy here needs at least some. Like at least one, because we need to do then a lot of copper, nickel, and also and next a lot of bronze, right? But yeah, I will in like a second. I will calculate how many we actually need, how much bronze we need, and then we can finally build that. So the question is now, this should be then redstone, right? Or is it? Is it really redstone? Should be. What is the wood pulp doing here? Yeah, wood pulp, what you can do with that is you can compress that into wood planks, and then you can also do the wooden crates. But it's mostly used also for chests if you really need to. But what you want to do that for that is the coated circuit board. It uses like 100 glue. So if you have like a lot of glue, this is a way of how to get rid of it. But yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's do the following, because I think we have here some more left. Yeah. Perfect. Let's use this one. Let's make a rod out of it. Get this out of here. And then we can begin by getting a bunch of bronze. I don't know what is a smart item filter, by the way. Ore dictionary is very good. You need it like for ore. Crazy, I know. But oops. But yeah, you will get one. And you're the oops, the last one. Should get one. Okay, yeah, short break on the recording. Like we have this 4 steam macerators, but we need to kind of calculate how much other stuff we need. So especially how many, first of all, for the steam grinders, and then also we want to do some solar boilers, I think. So these ones. But yeah, what we can do now is, for example, do this one. And also this one. The question is, will be a little bit where to put the steam grinders. I don't know yet. That's kind of the problem. But yeah, see you guys in a bit when I know how much stuff I need. All right. Yeah, it's a lot of bronze that we need. We need 423, I think. So yeah. Let's do it all in one go, and then we should be good to go. 8 stacks. Should be this one here, right? Let's waste some copper. And I think it was 141. Yeah, so we need like, I don't know, a stack or so. So like 8 coal. Okay, but we need, I think, a little bit more. Because now we can do the potent, I think. We need 4 times 2, this is 8. 8 times 4. It is 8 times 4, so 32 potent, right? Potent in the end is it's just this one here. So we need this whole thing 4 times, so we need like 4 lead dust. That is kind of the thing that we need. 4 lead dust. And we have like 2. That's not very good. This is really late, okay. And what I also calculated is how many solar boilers we need, and it's actually not that bleak. Like in theory, we can use only one because it states it produces 18 liters per tick, and the whole apparatus needs like 12. So on this quote-unquote front, we are kind of good. But yeah, so we need... But this doesn't... Does this? Yeah, it smells to lead and then... Okay, we don't have anything. Yeah, that is all the copper that we need. Okay, next one up is then the lead, right? We also need them to crush some. I think it's like 36 or so. Oops. Ah, you get like 2 stacks, okay. So, that is 121, 28. So it's like 13, right? So this is the first one. 1, 2, 3. That's the second one. And takes like 10 seconds. Ah, that's great. 26 times 3. 78. One more. Minus 64, 14. Okay. Okay. We can just go again, I would say. just redo it. The question is, what does the conveyor belt need? Like this one here. It needs this LV rotor, right? ULV motor. This could be kind of interesting. Okay, you know what? Let's use our motor real quick. This should grind it down. Yeah, we need like 36. Dude, that's so fucked. Dude, we have like nothing left. Now 6 times 4 is not 36. Come on, dude. 6 times 4 is what? 24. Thank you. So something like this. And then I think we need like how much? 8, 10. Okay. You know, it's motor time. Ooh, we need to get rid of that. And yeah, put it into the mixer on 3. Then you get some stuff out. Okay, here's nothing. That's great. The thing is, we need to extract that stuff now, and then we can use it. Yeah, it takes like quite a long time to do that. Maybe I will skip that. I don't know. Like not skipping in terms of I just pause the recording and then say, hey, it's done. So, but yeah, we have like 26 copper left. Like 8 stacks of copper is not enough. That's crazy, or barely enough. Let's say like this for four steam grinders in terms of bronze. This is crazy. Because yeah, what we also need to do is the following, right? Again, doing it stack wise is I think the best idea or the best solution. So 36 should be then 32, right? And then we should have 4 left here. Oh my god, that's perfect. Because we can't extract that, right? Never mind. Do we have? Does this heavy fuel? This is chlorine. But there is none that. It's not a good sign. But whatever. Okay. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Let's produce some more stuff here. I think the bending machine will take the longest. But yeah, I will just then quickly show you how to do this with the gear molds. The one that we wasted. But yeah, should be easy. Do we have a hammer with us? No. Yeah, not even close. Yeah, let's quickly get our hammer here. Oops. Okay. Psst. All right. Now we have a little bit more quiet. Oh. Yeah, the problem is we. I think in the meantime we can just like when all of the. I think when all of the bronze is processed, we can then immediately go and get the next 8 stacks of yeah, what is it called? Okay, we can also store some stuff in here, by the way. Don't be ashamed of that. So hell yeah. Or this is like a storage that you. It's not neat, but it's kind of good to have. Sometimes you have to do that. Yeah, look at all of these ashes, and we have a lot of We have a lot of carbon now. Carbon is very important. Because the good thing is now because we are in the void. Wait, what? Oh, I did 4 too much. No, whatever. Okay, because we also need to... That is the problem. We also need to get like 87 bricks or so. This one? No. This one. Question is, should we do wrought iron? That is kind of a question. Should we do wrought iron? It's just 4. It's easy. Okay, question. Does it stand anywhere? How is wrought iron different? Because I just want to have to wrench, right? Durability of 384. Yeah. Let's do that real quick. So the last one. Yeah, I don't know what to do about it, to be honest. So we need to have a quick intermezzo. Then you can continue. Holy shit. Yeah, so thank you. Okay, we need how many? Well, 87, right? So bricks. Compressor. 15 seconds. This one seems nice. 10 seconds UAV. No. We'll do it old school style. We just need a bunch of... what is it called? Dude, clay. Thank you. Brain for working. So, see you. Okay. How much is it? 87 times 4, right? 87 times 4. So 384. 348. I think in this direction there was what is called a lake. No, there's a lake and there should be like easy to spot clay things. Maybe I'm wrong. No, there's not one. Dude. Really? And 19 is not a good number for anything that's not divisible by 4. But how many stacks are this? Okay, this... No, this doesn't look good either. Dude, what? Oh, whatever. Wait a second. Divided by 64. 5 minus 5 times 64. Okay, 5.5 stacks roughly. We have 1. We have 1. Now we have 2 now. Yeah, maybe we have to go like more in this direction. There is apparently some... Oh, yes. Okay. Can we get it here? That would be great. We have 4. Not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like half one. Hell yeah. And I bet we have at home some clay. No. Okay. Not wrong this time. 28. Yeah. Oh no, we need this cool thing here. Holy shit. Yes. Right? Press clay. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Now we can... Now we can do that weird stuff. Divided by 8. Okay. 44. Click like 44 times here. I know you can do it faster, but... the thing is we only need like... 4 of you not. Okay. That's not how it was supposed to be, but... Yeah, it will be a little bit more annoying. Will be now the compressing. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. This can go back there. Yeah, we could also do some coke ovens if we wanted to. Because like fluid. Semi? What is this? Liquid. Oh my god. Because this produces like 30 steam per tick. Just and it runs off creosote, by the way. So creosote. But the thing is, creosote is and if you just put like 1 coal in there, you get like 500, but we still have a lot of 28. Okay, quite a lot. But most importantly, you get lubricant. That's kind of the point. Why we need it. Dude, why we have 40 here? What is this? Give him a coal back. Thank you. Okay, brick dust, no. Thank you. Uh-huh. Huh. I don't get it. Why it's like this. Because we need like 4 more. Luckily, we had some. And the chlorine is kind of important. That's why we're keeping that. Because getting chlorine is a little bit of a hassle in the early game. Later on, you shouldn't have a problem, or at least in theory. Why is it directly on the edge of or halfway? Whatever. All right, let's do this. Let's adhere this. Let's keep this running. So what we want to do is this. And not place our torch, please. But yeah. I really have to say I love this mouse wheel shifting into a crafting table. That's quite nice. And also this one, yeah. Like mouse wheel. Then I press 4. And this is how you... This is how you get that. If you don't misclick. But yeah, only 24 left. Yeah, this is now misclicks. The question is a little bit, do we want to do the... I think the Steam Grinder Foley we should do today, I reckon. Because the thing is, we need this water pump, right? That's kind of the problem. We need the water pump. Dude, don't you dare do that. Okay, perfect. We have now 88. Oops. So, you go here, please. Yeah, dude. Look at this, dude. Holy shit. We have so much bronze. But we need it all. Yeah. Oh. Almost, I would say. No, there's one here, please. Not the bronze, please. Is it really 5 more? I think we have a little bit too less tin. Could that be? Or maybe too much copper? Because 8 times 3 is never this one. So it's like this one. this is a little bit more the case. Yeah, we also need then the steam ovens, right? But the steam ovens are a little bit more interesting because I think we need more more stuff. We also need a steam furnace. I also have to test how many to use. So by the way, this not affected by number of items is kind of a lie. At least that's how that's what the program is. Okay, do we need anything? Yeah, we need some, right? So for this one, we need like 3 chests. Holy shit. 24. Yep. But we need this steam hatch here, right? We have the bronze. Should we use these? Let's go. I think we need like 2, right? Undos. Yes. We need like 3. We also need to get back this crafting table here. The question is, should we craft more crafting tables? I don't know. So we need to hammer these guys together. Then let's take like 4, right? And on what? Is the drum? On the 2, no. Because there's also the crate. We also need the crate at some point. Or 2 crates. To be exact. But yeah, this is here like... So this is basically the steam hatch. So this is where we put in the steam. But yeah, we have so much, dude. Holy shit. We don't need all of these steam boilers anymore. Luckily. But I think we can actually put them here, right? So we can put 1 steam boiler here. Add a solar boiler. Like do something like this. Yeah, then let's craft or try to at least craft the solar boiler. There's some stuff that we have to... we don't have any cobblestone, that's not good. Do we have another stack? No. Dude. So much. It's really much. Or it's really a lot. Maybe a second bending machine, that would be it. No. It's a little bit expensive, but you could do it if you wanted to. Like a second alloy smelter, that's not bad. But I usually, what I do is, or what I try to do at least, is dude, where is it flowing? Okay, whatever. What should we do in the meantime? Can we actually do that? I would like 3 more bricks. Okay, like 2 more. Why did we put out bricks? I know I had some. Okay, 2 more bricks, right? So this means 8. Yeah, let's do like 8. No, 1 is enough. Why, bro? Why, bruv? And then placing a torch. Oh my god. I'm not good at this game. Alright, yeah, let's get like... We need like 1, right? Yeah. Perfect. No. What else? 5 wrought iron, okay. Then we need to plate. That's not good. But we can do like an interrupt from programming or from a kernel, from operating system. No. Basically what we can do, what I meant by that is like currently this is a task, right? You like abstractly you can think of that. For example, task in an operating system like running Mozilla, right? And what an interrupt basically is, we just say, okay, please pause that for like, I don't know, some seconds, process my wrought iron and maybe the double silver and so on. And then you can proceed by with the other stuff. So now we basically rescheduled the task. And this is how you can share, or this is how the operating system is sharing resources. Same thing, by the way, with we can do that now also with the steel that we need here. And then also the double plates, right? So just do this. And then do this. Easy. We need a wrench and a hammer. All right. So the last thing is we need 3 glass, right? Perfect. Yeah, we maybe need some more oxygen at some point. So now the question is, we need silver. How much? Three times 2, it's 6. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what you can also do, by the way, but I wouldn't recommend that. If you see that maybe in other playthroughs or other attempts of this, you could spam these high pressure boilers. The problem is, what I'm having a little bit with this is that you're wasting quite a lot of resources. Because first of all, the silver is really expensive in the beginning. You would need at least 1 steam grinder for that, in my opinion. Before you... Wait, is this an MV recipe? That is an MV recipe, so we just need to do the following. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on, what? Am I missing something? Yes, I'm missing something, okay. That is crazy. So, let's get here the 6 plate. On the 6. Okay. Perfecto. This needs just this one. And we have a solar boiler. There you can see. Solar OP, please nerf. The thing is, it's only in my opinion, it's only cost efficient when you're having all of the or should we? I think we can put it one down, right? Should we do something like this? Nah, let's no one. So for me, it was really, or it is still really expensive. So you have like 1, 2, and then here. Hello. There we go. Then you can do something like this. Yes, so this can fill up now with steam if it does heat up at some point. So the point is, it's about cost efficiency, or how efficient can you be. Like if you don't have anything, like this will always cost you 1 steel. Like you always need like 2 steel at least. The glass also, but here the wrought iron, this is, or no, sorry, this one here can cost you up to 2 steel per plate. So 4 steel for this. This can be then 10 wrought iron. And this one here can be very expensive. So here you can pay actually, this is 2, this is 2. So 4 per plate, 12 per plate. And then the glass is this. The good point about solar is that you can really spam that if you have a good vein. Like if you have a good solar vein, or solar vein, what? If you have a good or a high amount of, what is it called? A high amount of silver lying around, then you can do that. But usually silver is, it doesn't come that easy. Let's say it like this. Or you need to do at least some work before you can actually, let's, you know what, maybe these are just, really can't do them. Oh my god, dude. Continue, please. Output, input. Okay. So, wait a second. I'm an idiot. I can just do it here. No, this was the input. Oh man. All right, so 1, 2. That's really on the edge. And then we need like, not it. Works nice. Okay. And then we can like, no, not this one. It's so the question is a little bit, yeah, is it worth it, right? That is always the question that you have to ask yourself. Is it worth it? And you also have opportunity costs. Like this is also a big thing that people don't understand. That if you do something, you lose quote unquote the opportunity to do something different, right? Or some other stuff. For example, if you just invest in oil processing, isn't that easier? What I can tell you is Steam. Yeah, Steam. If you blast that through this one, you have like 640 Steam is like 1 EU, 2 EU. Or no, 2 liters of steam should be 1 EU, right? So you have like 640 liters of steam producing 320 EU per tick, 320 EU. Just so you have like 2 liters is 1 EU. Just showing what naphtha is doing. Just showing you this. When we burn this, 1 liter is 320. So this means 1 over 320 is kind of the energy density. And the thing is, naphtha is, I don't want to say easy to come by, but it's the best you can come by. Because raw oil, like you have these questions here. Like oil produces you, if you distill it, either, you can see it here better, either 15 heavy fuel, 50 light fuel, 20 naphtha, or 60 sulfuric gas. Sulfuric gas is not that good, I reckon. Yeah, it's not that good. It's like 160 per, and by the way, these use 2, so they're shit. Don't use gas turbines, by the way. Heavy oil is also good, but the problem is you cannot use sulfuric heavy fuel, or you cannot burn heavy fuel. Light fuel is also like 460 or 1 for 320. So light fuel is the other one that you can use. And you also saw here, for example, there is an MV mixer recipe for 1000 heavy fuel and 5000 light fuel to 6000 diesel. And diesel obviously has like 480, so is 1.5 better than naphtha and light fuel. But raw oil, I think, is the best you can do, because if you distill that, you actually get 150 naphtha out. And again, 1 naphtha is like 320 U. So in my opinion, naphtha is the best thing, or the best. Hold on, what? Is the best. They're finished, right? Yeah, it's filling up. Okay, we have like 6. Too much. Whatever. Okay, let's quickly shut him up. Okay, so this was basically, so these are the steam grinders. The good thing is now we have now ore doubling, and in my opinion also pretty fast ore doubling. So this is something that we can look forward to now. Yeah, next time we have to refill the copper one. I also have to calculate how many steam hatch, how much stuff we need for the steam oven. And we can then maybe put the steam oven, the 2 steam ovens over here. And also we have to see how, that was the wrong one, how much steam we actually need. Maybe we need a second boiler or so, but this is not the problem, I would say. But yeah, we are basically in the late stages of LV now. The only thing, or the next thing that we have to do is this one. And again, We need copper. Just to give you a rough calculation, how much copper we need. This is a 5 by 5 by 2, so we need at least 50 minus 6, minus 8, sorry. So 42 for a quad EBF, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Right, we have 5 by 5 by 2, so it's 50, yeah, minus 8, so 42. Quite tame, but you need 42 times 8. There's this one. Divided by 2. So 168 copper. And you also need 168 nickel, by the way. But this is not enough. We also need 42 times 2. No. Sorry. So 168, this is what we remember in our brain, times 8. Divided by 4. So 84. So 84 divided by 4 times 3. So 21 times 3 is 63. So plus 168. So we need like 231 copper. This is the next vein that will go down. But yeah, when we have this copper nickel, the copper nickel, we can then do the blast furnace, and the blast furnace this is where this guy will shine here now, the circuit assembler, finally, because we can then do the quad EBF, and also what we need is this will also be quite heavy, but we need 8 LV LV energy hedge. So these guys. Again, we need some steel for that. Maybe this is also something that we should be doing then next time. Get some more steel. But yeah, we need like 8 of them. But the biggest problem will be actually because we need like 8. I think. No, we need 2 per. I'm lying. Oh yeah, we need 16. Could be 16. But yeah. But yeah, this is kind of the thing that will see if you are a true GregTech veteran. No. But it's like EBF time is one of the most fun times. Because when we can do EBF, we also need then a combustion engine. These ones. And we need some aluminium for that. Like, quite, quote unquote, quite fast. But we need to do some more oil processing. And then the first thing is that we do the electrolyzer MV. Why? Because I can show you this actually. We mined a little bit already. And that is this laser right here. So how many stacks is that? It's quite some stacks, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say it's 6 stacks. So we get like 6 times 12. 6 times 64 times 12. So 4,600. We don't overwash that, but if we just process this down, then divided by 14, 329 times 3, so 987 aluminium we get out of there. So it's quite a lot. But again, this needs like 14 seconds in MV. The good thing is we don't need any thing there. But what we will do is basically we will set up kind of a pump system or kind of a system where we can just dump a bunch of raw materials in, and they basically get sorted into the drawers and so on. So this is something that I want to do to kind of have a good code foundation, because I think ore processing, a lot of people underestimate this, or I don't know, I didn't see a lot of people talking about this. But ore processing for me is not mostly about this. Okay, I don't know if I have the ore here, right? So let's say osmiridium. Yeah, do I ore wash it or directly in the thermocentrifuge? And what do I do, right? But it's mostly about, okay, I have all of these things here. And for example, magnetite and so on, these are the easy ones. But let's say, for example, here, rock salt is one of the beginning ones. Like you can click through here, right? But if you have rock salt, you need an electrolyzer. And most importantly, this infrastructure that you have processed all of your ores. What do you do with that, right? With the end products? Do you smelt them? Do you electrolyze them? Do you centrifuge them? What do you need to do that? And it's kind of important that you have a good system there. And I think I will go a little bit, or extend it a little bit in terms of how much we want to do. Is this full? Yeah, okay. Because the point is the point is that we want to be as efficient and as not as fast as possible, but kind of as reliable for the future. That's kind of the point. The problem was last time we were really stretching it thin in the end game, or quite shortly before the end game. If I would have gotten some stabilizers, or stable dude, how are they called, man? Huh? Whatever. Because they give you infinite resources, basically. And basically, this is what we want to do. I think at HV, you can do it at HV, right? So, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so at the beginning at HV, you can do a rocket fuel. If you want, like, passive rocket fuel. We will do for example, the hydrogen. We will do the nitrogen tetroxide, because we get that, like, hydrogen we should have on passive, nitrogen we should have on passive, oxygen we will have on passive. Dimethyl, this will be then methanol we nonetheless need for Hawk. Ammonia we can also then passive, which is just oxygen, nitrogen, and methane. Not that hard. Or is there a cheaper one? This is 16 LV, but you don't need the methane, right? 16 HV. 16 HV. You get like 4 more. Okay. Whatever. Okay, never mind. Hypochlorous acid, right? So this is just chlorine, water, and mercury. So easy to passive. And then you need the hydrazine here. So sulfuric acid, water, and acetone. Acetone, ammonia, hydrogen peroxide. Just this. Acetone is this one here. This one is just ethylene and oxygen, or methanol and carbon monoxide. I usually go for carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, I think. But yeah, this is something that you can do, and then you can also passive the quantum flux with flux crystal and primal mana, or you can have like a crafting recipe for that. This is, I think, then easier, just by doing it passively. So you have then you set up a passive crafting for chests, passive crafting for quantum flux, and it's really easy to set up. You need a storage bus and an interface and a crafting card. That's it. And then the stuff gets crafted, and you will have like a little bit more crafting CPUs. Like usually I go with 4 of the as a bare minimum, but then in the end game you only need like 1 because you craft and wait. But yeah, you can craft that, I think. And also I think with the dual interface, rocket fuel. I think you can do that, if I'm not mistaken. I have to check that if you can craft fluids or liquids. But yeah, then you can just passive that. This is kind of the hopefully the ingenious solution that I have. But yeah, see you guys in the next episode, and bye bye.